Hi, my friends and family. My name is Trey, and this is my YouTube and Honestly channel, Trey's Myths and Tunes, and my daily show, Trey's Timeless 15. And this is not going to stop for a while, no matter whether the internet transmission gets interrupted by the demonically possessed dark side or not. Today, my talk is called Are Tyrants on Permanent Awareness Lockdown? And shout out to the beings operating the planes that make the rains keep coming. I hear you. And guess what? Karma means everyone, not just the poor in your recycling container. Everyone has to pay for what they do to this planet. Can you see the real me, Doctor? Doctor! You can't see the real me, preacher! Preacher! They call it a bargain, the best I ever had. The best fight was never so sad. Dun, dun. So don't get fooled again. Don't get fooled again. Are tyrants on permanent awareness lockdown? And they just really don't like this content so much. I'm not allowed to upload out of this place. I mean, hey, I was planning to move away and I have a horrible problem with procrastination anyway, an addiction to so many things I love here. But I don't love the Zeta inflicted constant drama, terrorism activity in the fourth dimension. However, I certainly love the nature, the ocean, the cannabis, and the food. But when there was nothing wrong with my connection except that I speak the truth and they don't like it. This is why people conveniently forget the little papers I gave them about this channel. The truth about obedient slaves and tyrant operators, like they're all on socially survival mode, brainwashed. Like it's the same thing. Like people don't want to watch this show, not just because it has bad lighting sometimes, where it's in a tent and the guy's not a slave or a good tyrant, a good citizen. No, it's because it's like, oh, I see. The truth about the obedient slaves and tyrant operators, it's like as if they're all on hospital food or jail food, and I've got a tray of healthy organic raw foods and dishes, lovingly prepared dishes. They're shocked. I'm not allowed. I'm shunned. I'm blackballed. I'm, shadow banned. I'm not allowed to go online because I'm trying to offer you this delicious organic food when you're used to eating shite. You're used to eating, fast food crap. Yeah, it's just too much. Most people can't handle that. The adversary is the ultimate, has the ultimate imbecility. Okay, no truth. That's right. The devil won't allow truth in their circles. And Santa Cruz is one of their circles, really. Most of it, or a lot of it. And they just won't allow truth. Can't you get it? Truth is just not allowed in those circles. It makes me a bad guy. Fortunately, they haven't figured out how to program sleepers with these self-replicating nanobot colonies in bodies yet. So again, I have to kill my demon of procrastination, and it is declared I am fully insane, and no one will see my tray of organic food at all. That'll stop the madness. Hey man, that's a pretty good analogy, right? Is that not a decent analogy? The thought police have no self-respect, nor do they want you to. It's very important for you to watch mainstream media so that you stay afraid and never have self-respect. That's what matters as far as media. You know, and I was describing to my friend who happened to be uh, Cuban, Native American, Jewish, and Welsh martial arts dancer about my problem with the possibility of the shadows limiting my views since the Yahweh video. And being a gentle Libra, at one point he says to me, they just wanted to create a platform for entertainment. They didn't want to destroy the government. I'm thinking I'm not trying to destroy the government. I'm trying to shine the light of Christ, the truth, upon everything. And of course, with him, he was a born again Christian that won't allow himself to be with another woman because Jesus said on the Sermon on the Mount, if you left your wife. So he admits now, I finally got him to admit he's suffering from believing in all this dogma. But it doesn't mean I want to destroy the government because I want to destroy the dogma. The dogma is the government in his mind that causes him harm. Yes, that structure needs to go. The harmful structures must go. But I do not wish harm upon YouTube or the government or the Santa Cruz City Council or any of them. I've found, good folks in all of them. So that's what I've noticed. There's good people everywhere. The thought police have no self-respect, nor do they want you to. People from other states feel and are repelled by the subtle tortures of the New World Order, West Coast tyrants, the AI, as I mentioned before, the Hadron Collider, the Zetas, and cost of living, inflicting the tweakers, inflicting all these exterior subtle terror forces will repel people from most other states. They don't want to be around this shitty ass energy. But coming to the West Coast, several of the reasons were to become a professional musician and a professional healer, and to get serious about both and heal my body and spirit. Since I'm giving this all for free, I'm shunned by many more people than if I tried to charge. As Osho said, people, you got to charge or people won't. This is what I've learned the hard way with this channel. People won't care if you don't charge. And this comment of being stuck in the past with the narcissistically possessed people here in Santa Cruz, the Rothschild and Rockefeller's influence here. I mean, yeah, it is an issue, man, and it's one of the reasons why I'm completely bored with those individuals unless they, start addressing the need to change that. It's like the Truman Show. Like it's like another analogy. Like imagine Truman started a YouTube show exposing the truth that he's on the Truman Show. What's going to happen? It's not going to be too well. It's kind of a decent analogy for this. So, Santa Cruz is a place that's really on cultural lockdown. I mean, if I go to the next town over, the next county over, not Santa Clara, but maybe Monterey, I don't know. It's hard to say. They're all different amounts of lockdown. The actual lockdown in 2020 and the medical marijuana or the legalization of cannabis law that George Soros wrote, 600 pages, said that each city, each town write their own rules. Similarly, the ways of the New World Order and the abuses of the tyrants are different in each municipality too. So I'm not a statist, but I do see that each one is completely a different character based on the rules and the actual tyrannical punks in each one, right? So Also the high rents make it like cultural lockdown and the fake competition for housing. These are some of the reasons why it seems like I have no friends here. And I don't even care because unless the people are willing to go on the ascension path of healing or getting respectful to their soul, I mean, what am I going to do? Just get dragged down into their suffering, and as an empath, it's not really intelligent. So I need to see some kind of commitment for their that they're willing to improve. You know, Even if it's what I'm doing here by just sharing a little bit. Then I'll say, well, they're on the path. Otherwise, it's like that. I feel that terrible bifurcation in my bones. It's like I've got to get real in all my 15 chakras, and or else, it could be more things like suffering from fake ass artificial rain that doesn't ever stop. Like Capitola, Boulder Creek, other places. Each place is totally a different energy, so it's weird that it's different than Carolina. So Satan and Lucifer have no respect. They they have to take and bully all. Okay, this is just how it is. The dark side has to try to steal and take and bully all. The sky, your body, everything. That's how they are. And this is why they don't like this show. So then we have a lot of people out there doing inadvertent black magic, thinking in the black box. How many do that? How many of you do that still? And how much of my subconscious mind do I still say to myself, I'll work on this, I'll improve my channel, or I'll write my book, or I'll record my record, or I'll do this when I'm in the box, or when I have a girlfriend, or it's a dark Ouroboros. You can take the dark Ouroboros and turn it into one that's more of a tantric existence, or even better yet, an expansive figure eight, that a loop, or even get out of the loop and go somewhere else. But only when you can take back your consciousness from these tyrannical spirits and forces, and whether in a human body or not, it's just there's no chance that they're going to attain, you know, Christ awareness fully, and fifth dimensional consciousness, unless they can, get out of this control freak sickness. There's a lot of people that, a handful I could have, I've made some of these videos about. I just had to separate myself from them because they want to control me, and they could never come up to even approach the idea of equanimity. They're more important than me, way more important than me. You see, when I came to California to live out my dreams as a musician and a healer, I live with people and help people as a work trade who were way more important than me, who seem to be brilliant people doing similar, living out their dreams. It's like, well, it's similar to, you have the most vocally opposing, the most openly vocal against the bullshit happening in the sky, Dane Wigington with the team of scientists in Lake County. And, you have me and a few others, but it's not. Most people around here obey the scientism death cult and think it's truth. They obey these beings who were sworn to gag order to keep their job they couldn't admit. So maybe they'll give me a little break from the madness to cruise over, and maybe I'll be able to go online. But I studied Buddhism for years, so I've learned to not get too mad and not react too much. But the dark side is real pathetic when it comes to self-respect and morality. They don't even want me to teach it to 50 people or even one. So, if you got anything out of this, or if you learned anything, if you want to see more, click subscribe, and you might have to type my name in anyways, but it might help out the algorithms and give me a thumbs up. And let's create a great day together if we can, if we have the courage. Goddess bless us all, my family.